This episode is sponsored by Spelman Pathways, creating your path to life and career excellence, a dynamic program that equips students with the tools, leadership skills, and career readiness to thrive beyond college. Whether you're entering the workforce or pursuing graduate studies, Spelman Pathways helps you sharpen the skills needed for interviews, on-job success, and high performance.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk College from Campus to Careers. I am your host, Makia Jackson.
And I'm your other host, LaDiamond Lett.
So today, we have the privilege of welcoming a very special guest, my boss, Dr. Venetta Coleman. She is the director of Spelman Pathways, a proud Spelman alumna representing the class of the great 88. Today, she has agreed to spend time with us to discuss her insights on the importance of friendships. Please help me welcome Dr. Coleman.
Woo! Yeah!
All right, so some of your best memories in college won't come from a syllabus. They'll come from the people you laugh with, lean on, and grow alongside. In fact, studies show that strong friendships in college are linked to higher happiness and even better academic success.
Meaningful friendships matter, and it's time to talk about it. All right, so today we're going to do something a little new because we have a guest today, and we're going to try playing a little game of Would You Rather. Okay, Dr. Coleman?
Sounds
so we have a few questions and about 4 scenarios, and we're going to ask you, would you rather do this or that? So, kids, she's going to pop us off with the first question.
Okay.
All right, Dr. V, so would you rather have a friend who always defends you in public, even when you're wrong, or a friend that calls you out privately every time you're wrong?
A friend that calls me out privately every time I'm wrong. I think you need both because if you are doing something wrong publicly, one of the things that my friends will do is they will pull me to the side or they'll send me a text or something. If there's a break, then there's an opportunity to pull me to the side to have a conversation. But otherwise, you never really want to embarrass anybody, let alone your friend, publicly. So, but it's really good that your friends can pull you to the side and check you, as they say. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Ooh.
That's a phrase from the 1900s.
Ooh. I'm not gonna play. I actually agree with her, though. I think a mixture of both, that's what I would do.
For sure. Okay, so next scenario. Would you rather have a best friend on campus that you can see every day, but you both have busy schedules, or a long-distance best friend who you can talk to for hours, but you rarely see them?
I'm not sure that there's a rather there. I think that, there's benefits of, well, when you're friends, you don't always need to spend every moment together. It's about being accessible and being responsive. So whether you're on campus and busy and I never see you, and as I was working on campus, I actually had an office that I was in on a regular basis. There were people that I didn't see for months, even though they worked, a building over. But yeah, I have friends that are very much long distance friends, but I think there's no rather there. I don't know. I guess it would be great to be able to hug somebody because I like hugs. So in person is cool. But I think, virtual hugs work too.
Yes, I love what you said about accessible and responsive. I think that's what friendship is all about, whether you're near or far. So even if you're busy, being intentional about making that time for someone that you care about, because I think that's what friendship is. Like always leaning on, I'm busy, but never taking a break. One, for yourself, for your own wellness, your own professional wellness is what I've started to say. But then also being responsive. So it's like, I understand you busy, but if somebody texts you and be like, it's a 911, like I need assistance,
you here,
I need
friend.
prayer, or if you check on them and they say something is going wrong, you should be able to take 10 to 15 minutes to pray for them. One of the things I will always do is, like, if someone says pray, I stop what I'm doing and I don't say I'm praying for you. I send them a voice memo of me praying, and it's not performative. It's just me being responsive. So I love that.
I think I agree with both of y'all. I think for me, like when it comes to friendships, I always base mine off the 3 A's, and that is accessibility, alignment, and accountability. And so when I'm looking at the friendships that I have in my life, okay, are you accessible? Are you holding me accountable? Can I hold you also accountable? And then alignment, you know what I'm saying? Seeing where our paths align, like if they are, if we're helping each other reach our goals, you know? So,
I think worldview is also important. I mean, it doesn't fit into your AAA experience, but I do think that it's important that you share the same worldview. I think about that both in personal relationships, like, romantic relationships, as well as friendships, and that you got to kind of see the world the same way. And at a high level, you can disagree on things, but core values are important. I can be around people
super.
who don't align with my core values, but it's hard for me to keep close somebody who doesn't align with my core values, because I move according to my values.
Wow.
An old school sort of biblical reference is order your steps. And
Ooh.
so I order my steps. And so I can't necessarily be around somebody who's going to take me off the path.
That was powerful.
I don't yuck anybody's yum now. Understand
said-
that.
She
But
said, "Order my steps."
you have to order your steps.
We got to get you a robe too.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
My daddy's a preacher.
He
Amen.
may be passing down that mantle.
No,
Okay.
he's passed. It's okay.
Okay, well, all right. Well, so would you rather keep a friendship that feels comfortable but no longer fits your destiny, or risk being lonely for a season to grow into new connections?
So I'm going to go with rather the lonely, but I don't agree with that statement necessarily. Yeah, no, I have friends that we've gone different directions. Now we're still cool. I can still reach out, but it's not like they're going to be a part of my regular board of directors. So I'll explain that in a minute. But I think I'm not lonely when I don't have a friend. So that's part of growth, right? And that's part of getting really comfortable with who you are. That you can exist as an island, and I'd say that as a twin. So, from conception to birth to 59 now, I've always had another person. But there has been times in my life when it's really been beneficial to primarily rely on me.
Oh, I love that.
And so, yeah, you're never really alone, but also being alone is not lonely.
And then I found that fascinating that you brought up your twin, because I'm also a twin, and I'm super clingy to my twin.
Yeah, you're.
I haven't reached that stage of maturity.
Yeah, no.
That's all right.
When we came this Spelman our freshman year, we were in 301 Manley Hall. It was Phi Beta then. I recognize Omega Nu, but and then I was so ready to not be in the same room with my sister, and people didn't understand. I was like, we're not those twins. So, but we're twins.
I'm that twin.
I know.
Speaking to the mic, woman of God. I've been trying to
It's your
tell
turn,
you on the
friend.
low.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Just
There's
speak
another
up.
question coming.
Yes, one more.
All right.
So, would you rather have a friend who hypes you up online, but they're inconsistent in real life, or a friend who's low key on social media, but always show up for you in real life?
Low key, show up. Well, and then generationally, I may not be the right person to ask because, MySpace, which none of y'all know what that is.
know what
AOL
MySpace is.
dial-up. AOL dial-up. You
I
used
think
to
my
get
parents had an AOL.
okay. So you've seen the CD that produced the
CD.
internet, and then
I just remember a long cord that came with a little thingy, and you hook it up to the computer. You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
yeah, I
Right.
kind of it was a phone cord because from when people had house phones.
We used to have one of those.
What we were talking about?
A friend who's
What
low
was the
key on
question?
social
Yeah.
media.
So, and then there's a new Negro spiritual. Is keep your business off of Facebook, and it's just that's performance, and it's not real. So, there's a lot of you can really mess yourself up by gauging your relevance, your social relevance based on the internet, especially at my age, right? So if you are younger, I guess, y'all have been there and lived on it, and that's your whole situation. But still, I can't imagine that I would want to be friends or call somebody a friend who is never there for me in person.
Yeah.
Like that's not long distance. That's not that situation. You're talking about you live down the street or in the next dorm, but you could post all this stuff on the Instagram machine, ha ha, and she hates when I say that, and but you can't knock on my door.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah,
I've actually lost friends because I wasn't present online.
that's foolish.
And they're just like, you didn't see such and such. I'm just like, I think I agree with what you're saying, Dr. Coleman, as it relates to a lot of the times unplugging from social media is so necessary because it can be
is.
such a toxic place. So expecting to keep up with somebody online when they're making a conscious effort to not place their whole life online can be unfair if that's like a standard for your friendship. So
But if I'm your friend for real, like, and you want me to be with you when you're in the midst of celebration or going through something, call me. I may not see that you've acting different online because I might not be online, and that's not a public announcement. Like, oh, I'm taking a social media break.
yeah,
Call me.
yeah,
So
I think that's real friendship.
yeah.
Well, excellent. Thanks for playing. Would you rather?
Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
Lord. Okay, so again, we're here with Dr. Venetta Coleman. I like to call her Dr. V. Again, she's a proud Spelman alumna and the director of Spelman Pathways. And I invited her for this segment not only because of her impressive career journey, but also because I admire the genuine friendship she shares with the director of alumni engagement, Miss Linda Patton. So, Dr. V, I'd love to start with a few questions. So, you ready to talk about it?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So, looking back, do you think you understood what a meaningful friendship was when you were in college?
Maybe not, and I think that's connected to the fact that I was a twin. So I'm still a twin. Um, when we so a lot of my classmates talk about their freshman year and their roommate during their freshman year. And there was a tight bond built there. Well, I already had a bond. They put me in the room with my sister. So I feel like in some ways I missed out on your typical Spelman classmate sistership sort of situation because I had my sister. I did have a roommate sophomore year, um, but that wasn't my sister. But I was already fully in love with my first husband by that time. So I didn't really register that as a friendship. So yeah, I think that. Ask me the question one more time.
So, do you think you understood what a meaningful friendship was when you
Mm-mm,
were in college?
absolutely not.
I think it's a part of growing.
Yeah, and it's also a part. Like I said, I really think it had a lot to do with the fact that my sister was here with me, so I had a built-in friend.
I think
When I went to graduate school, that's when it really started to kick in that I'm a singular entity. And then I started building friendships differently. But I have some, very strong friendships from my Spelman experience, sisters. So, um,
I think I can
yeah,
relate to that though. Like just having that experience as a twin, like I've always had that built-in best friend, like you said. So you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, friend's
mm,
here, friend's gone. My
yeah,
sister's never gonna go
right.
anywhere. And I've always had that mindset. Like even when it came to best friends and stuff, I had to grow out of um, that I had that in my sister. Even though I do, it's still good for us to branch out and have our own other friends because we've known each other all our lives and sometimes you just need to build your own community.
Right.
So I can
Awesome.
understand that.
Awesome.
Wow. Yes. Well, Dr. B, I'm so grateful to have you here, honored
Okay.
to be able to interview you.
Okay.
My question is, can you tell us about one of your best friends from undergrad that you're still friends with, and what is that glue that kind of keeps you all together?
Okay. So I have two besties, classmate besties, and that's Linda Patton, who's director of alumni engagement, and Mia Fuse. And I was scared of Mia in undergrad. I tell her that on a regular basis, and she doesn't understand why. And the way she says it is usually the reason why. But she's definitely somebody that holds me accountable. And Linda is the consummate cheerleader and support. So, what? Tell me again what you wanted to know. Just that I had two
Yeah,
besties.
so you have
Oh,
those
what
two
was the
friends.
glue that held us together? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So let's do this. My besties. I didn't really connect with them a lot in undergrad, which is kind of hilarious to me. But we have an ongoing Facebook group for our class, and I don't know, it just happened. Linda started working on campus, and we started connecting. And the glue is the shared experience of being a Spelmanite. We also have the shared, Linda and I also have the shared experience of being from New Jersey. Um, it's the support. I mean, it's the love. One of the things that I have a best friend from graduate school, and she gave me a birthday card one year, and it's just sticks in my mind that a best friend is somebody who knows the melody when you forget the words.
Mm.
So one of the things that my friends do for me is help me um, uh, silence the voices that we all have in our head that make us question um, our excellence, our brilliance, our God given um, intellect and ability and whatever is our passion. It's sometimes you just can't see yourself, and it's really awesome when you have a friend who can see you, hold up a mirror and sing your song until you remember.
I love that.
That's
It's like
beautiful.
that.
And that's what my besties do.
Oh, that was
Wow.
so sweet. I was typing it as you said it because I was like, whoa, a bar.
Yeah.
A bar.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Okay, so what do you think are the secrets to long lasting friendships?
The secret to long lasting friendship is those triple A's that we talked about, and that's what makes it sustain. Because I have friends who I had don't speak to, like literally years will go by and I don't speak to them, but it doesn't matter because when I pick up the phone and say hey, and she says hey, and she asks me how I'm doing, and I say I'm fine, and she's like that's a lie, and so or vice versa.
Yeah.
It's just to what makes it last is that you pour into it and you pour into the person without any expectation of anything in return.
Mm.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I think I'm just blown away by
By the
hearing
conversation.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a
because
really good one.
it makes you reevaluate.
Because you're like, I'm thinking about my friendships right now, like,
Yes.
and they're all for me in alignment. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like with this conversation, like even with the questions from the game, like I have a long distance best friend who stays in Boston. We don't talk all the time. It might
Hmm.
be a month or two, but when I call her or she calls me, it's like no time has passed. I have another best friend that stays 30 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's like no matter what we go through, it's just like we make it a priority to prioritize each other, especially when we really need it.
Absolutely. I think it's a beautiful thing. Makia and I were speaking off camera about our friendships and what it meant to align them with where we are in life and kind of setting certain boundaries and standards for ourselves, and sometimes that can kind of be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And but being able to look at your friend group now and say, I feel good about this. I feel proud of my friends. I feel proud of myself to have this type of circle around me. Which brings me to my next question, which is I think we've all kind of seen, excuse me, we've all kind of looked at someone at some point in our life and be like, where your friends at? Like, why are you acting like that? What's going on? And it could be because people don't have certain standards. So my question, Dr. V, is what do you believe are some non-negotiables in friendships?
I think they're okay. So when I talked about worldview, I think that can impact your non-negotiables, your boundaries. Um, I think when people violate those boundaries, that's a non-negotiable. Um, yeah, I've had a few frenemies in my life, and it's kind of like, wow, you catch them, and then they say something like the sarcasm or the jokes, and it's like
It hits way low, but
that's not really
Like way below the
below
belt.
the belt. You be
yeah,
like,
that's not funny.
That wasn't even
I
funny.
thought you was my friend.
Right. Like we don't you don't have to bring that up. Or just that's not funny. And it's even less funny that you consider me a friend. Or I considered you a friend. So it's a non-negotiable to me for people to be messy. And what does messy mean? I don't mind discussing your drama and trauma. I don't want to be pulled into your drama. I can rescue you from it. I can fix it. But I don't want you to drag me into foolishness.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I think that's just everybody.
Yeah.
But for a friend violating trust, betrayal, that's just,
Yeah.
yeah, I cannot.
I can't
I
come back from
cannot.
it.
You know, I don't know if that's the Capricorn in me, but no.
I'm a Capricorn too. We just got so much in common. Lots of issues. No, but I think just to piggyback off Dr. Coleman really quickly, I think for me, like in a friendship, for me to call you a friend, like I look at you as a sister. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're my best friend or just a friend, like I really value you in my life. And so for me, I'm very forgiving because I do have an understanding that we're all human. This is all our first time doing life. So I'm going to try and I'm going to try and I'm going to try. And I'm the same way with relationships too. But then it comes to a point where like, I don't know, I could forgive you for the biggest things. And then you do something so small and it'll hit me like, I would never do this to you. And it'll break my heart so bad to where like I can't come back from it. I can't view you the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter if you apologize, it's just like something in me has this guard to where now I can't allow you back in my space like that.
It's a sacred trust.
Yes, and I
then
think
when it's violated,
it's violated. And for me,
And
you
it's
know
not
me.
like I gotta hate you.
I don't
or
hate
dislike you. I
you.
mean, I'm not coming for you.
Yeah, it's just like now I
mm,
gotta protect me,
I'm good.
literally. And then I think that's something I bring up in every friendship or relationship I've been in. Like I'm all in until I'm not, and then when I'm not, there's literally nothing I can do to get back in that space with you. So
Right.
don't take me there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that I agree with both of you. I believe that people can make mistakes, but a violation is totally different.
It's so different.
An intentional, I'm attempting to
Or repetitive.
yeah, I'm attempting to harm you and hurt you. I think friendships is for me are an extension of my family. I didn't have a very close knit family, so I take my friendships seriously, and so violation to someone who like we're not blood but you blood to me, like I would defend you like my blood, see about you like my blood. I think yeah, violations are unacceptable, and that what you were speaking about like it's that one small thing, I think that's the last straw of
Yes,
somebody
you'd be like,
testing
Why
pushing back
you
against your boundaries, pushing back against
It's not the
certain
first
things
time. It's the last time.
Yes, the last
Yes,
time.
it's
Like, and it doesn't matter when it happens. You could have done something. I forgave you. You come back and do it again. That doesn't mean I have to give you another opportunity
Oh,
to
absolutely
keep
not.
playing in my face and in my life. So I 1,000%.
And then forgiveness is a whole nother topic. I'm not gonna even open that can of worms.
Forgiveness is for us.
Forgiveness,
because
forgiveness is to your benefit.
Yes, and just because I forgive you doesn't mean that relationship will look the same after. I forgive you. I'm not mad at you, but moving
Absolutely.
forward, this is how I deal with you.
I forgive you, and I've learned.
Yeah.
And I trust
That's
your
all I
behavior as an accurate description of your future behavior.
That brings us really, that brings us to our next question. I think.
So, Dr. Coleman, have
Yes.
you experienced a friendship breakup? And if so, how did you handle it?
Um, of course, I've experienced friendship breakups. Um, and I think I'm in a category like you mentioned, Makia, in that um, I'll ride with you, but at a certain point, you're gonna bump up against my boundaries, and so I'm. You'll know. I'm gonna talk to you about it. You may not understand that it's that serious until I say, no, really, it's that serious. I'm not rolling like that. Um, but I think if you are confident in uh, your values and expectations, and you clearly articulate those, um, and then a person still doesn't do right by you, I don't, I don't feel bad about ending a friendship. I've never really had a hostile friendship breakup,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I didn't like my sister for about a year, but
That's crazy.
isn't that crazy? Yeah, we got
Especially a
over it.
twin. That's
I know
crazy.
we
A
got
year?
over it.
I was stuck, Kyla.
You're funny.
Stock is
Dog,
insane.
I think anybody being mad at me or that's going to really get a reaction out of me is Kyla.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Wow. Well, let's change gears.
No, I mean, it's great. I love my sister.
Wow. We got to have
Please.
another episode with you to talk about like twins because we do have a lot of twins here on campus
There's
right
always at least one twin
Each
couple
class.
in every class.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. Okay. So, how do you maintain healthy friendships through constant growth? So, like personal growth, changes in life, changes in career. What advice would you give us on how to maintain a healthy relationship?
Communication, um, and follow through. Well, that's what's important to me. I guess my love language is acts of service. So I don't really care about you saying I'm pretty, although I'm very gorgeous.
Is
And
Or, buying me gifts, whatever. But if you don't do what you say you gonna do, I I ain't got nothing for you. So I just think that maintaining a healthy friendship means you need to know your friend and feed that relationship, right? Recognize them. One of the things that I mentioned, when you talk about careers, one of the things that I mentioned earlier in the conversation was about having a board of directors. And so I heard this a little while back. Your friend group, you need to create a friend group around you that will help guide you. Kind of like how you said, will check you in private or whatever. But it's also somebody who you can go to for different things. Like, my undergraduate advisor at Spelman as an undergraduate, she she's my current boss.
shout
And
out to Dr.
so,
Burnett.
huh?
yeah. Shout
I
out to
said shout
Dr.
out to
Shout
Dr.
out to
Burnett.
Burnett.
Dr. Meyer Burnett. And so I have always maintained that relationship. I went against the grain and I would call her Myra even when I was in undergrad. People were aghast.
I would never.
She,
I would never. I would never.
but
Terrified.
I've always been like I've always had a big personality, and not necessarily followed the rules. I follow the rules that I think make sense. Otherwise, it's a bad rule. So I think when you're maintaining this board of directors needs to be diverse, and they all need to have that. To me, I think of that as a friends, right? Because I'm gonna talk to Dr. Burnett about issues that I'm not gonna talk to Kia about. Kia's my friend, you know. She's yeah. She also works for me, so there's that dynamic.
There's a strong boundary there. I do not play.
But when I think about my personal set of friends, they all fill me in different ways. And so it's important that you fill them and you have to make time. You have to make time. For long distance, you have to make time for that phone call. One of the things that it's always Christmas, but not on Christmas, but around Christmas. And then my bestie that's out of town. We love science fiction and fantasy, so it would always be, what's the new Lord of the Rings movie or Desolation of Smaug. So what is it that you are? Where do you find that connection and that support? Make sure that you are minding to that and checking in and saying how you doing, sharing celebrations as opposed to sharing always doom, despair, and misery on me. I mean, you don't want that. You want your friend to be there for that, but you also want to be able to have fun together and celebrate your successes together.
I love that.
That's beautiful. I love specifically when you were speaking about the love languages. I think we do that for more intimate relationships, not thinking that we need to understand the love languages of our friends. I think that's so beautiful. I think that need to be one of the first tests you take. We friends, here you go.
No,
Let's
for
figure
real.
this out.
Because I think
It
people,
makes a difference.
they don't think friendships are intimate. And I
Oh,
think
they
that's
are.
the issue. They're so intimate. Like when you think of breakups, is that what we're talking about right now? No.
No.
But anyway, when you think about a breakup, I've had friendship breakups that hurt worse than a breakup. Like a breakup
Yeah.
with a man. Like I'd be devastated behind a friend breakup. Like, oh, that hurt me to my core. I think people just don't understand. Like, I think they're intimate. Like, for me I value you as a friend. I trust you. I admire you in some type of way. Like, you're my friend.
Well, this has been this has been one of our best episodes.
Yeah, literally.
Dr. Venetta Coleman,
That's
we
me.
are so grateful to have you with us today. It's an honor. This is, of course, our third episode, but we're grateful to have you on today because you pour so much into me and Makia off camera, where nobody can see us, on Teams, on the phone. You've poured so much into our lives. We're
Literally.
so grateful. When we thought about who we would want our first guest to be, it was a no-brainer.
I'm the first guest.
Yes, you're the
Yes,
first
you're the first.
guest. And so we are so honored to have you here. Hopefully, we didn't treat you too bad, so
Oh,
you'll
no,
come
this has
back.
been fun.
Okay, cool. So we'll make sure to bring you back. Let us know what topic you want to go over.
Let's talk about the importance of networks because it's kind of connected to friendships. But
Yeah.
networks are can be different from friendships.
All
but
right.
networks are critical.
So y'all heard it here first. It's gonna be her next
And
episode.
Spelman is the ultimate network. So
Okay.
She ain't lying.
See, so we'll definitely have Dr. Coleman back. Thank you again. Thank you for pouring into us. Thank you for pouring into the Spelman community. Just thank you for being who you are,
Oh.
which gives us the courage to be who we are, right?
Yay.
And you don't shy us away from who God called us to be. So we're so grateful. So we're going to close out this episode of Let's Talk College. I'm going to pass it over to my incredible host, Miss Makia.
I wonder if I caught that smile. Yes, again, Dr. Coleman, thank you for being so amazing and being the best boss ever. I could not have worked for a better, just superwoman, you know? All right, so the Let's Talk College podcast is here to help you succeed by connecting you to valuable internship and career resources for life after graduation. Want to learn more about upcoming events and resources? Click the link in our bio, DM us on Instagram, or scan the QR code that will be right after we exit. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and thank you, Dr. Coleman, for your presence today. See you guys next time.
See you later.
Bye.